Hey, hello, beautiful love light. Welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. My name's Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor of all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. I'm also the founder and creator of my business, which is Heart Rhythm Healing. So welcome to my channel. I've had this channel for a long time. I talked a little bit about Reiki in here. There's some videos, but it just wasn't. I love Reiki, first of all. Don't get me wrong. I love what I do. But for some reason, that message just didn't really ever connect with me as what I really wanted. Like, I like to share the energetics of Reiki. It's really hard to talk about because it's so etheric, right? But spirituality and woo-woo things are my heart and passion, along with like anything that deals with health, wellness, fitness, within the physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, or your energy, spirit, all of those things. I believe that they need to flow together in harmony in order to really truly be the holistically happiest, healthiest human that you possibly can be. And that's something else that I'm working on a lot of things. But I decided to come into this YouTube space because I really wanted to begin to explore the depth and breadth of the Mayan Galactic Calendar I was introduced to a little over a year ago by a fellow YouTuber. Her name's Cassia, and her channel is Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. There's a link in the description box. In fact, there's a whole bunch of links to all the things that I kind of talk about in these videos. Please check her out. She's amazeballs. I freaking love Cassia so much. And then there's also a link to get the calendar if you'd like one down below. It's Cassia's affiliate link. I don't know if she'll get credit for it or not. It will link you to the place to buy it regardless. But if she can get a little small percentage of that, I would like to gift that to her. Because she's the reason that I know about this anyway. But I just was really wanting to dive into it and kind of take it more seriously. And so I thought, well, why not start sharing that journey on YouTube? And then it will kind of hold me accountable while also connecting with other people who are interested in this as well. Anyway, so that's sort of the story of how we're all here together. Hi, welcome. Okay, so to get the calendar, go to 13moon.com. I'm also going to read a deeper breakdown of today's energetics, the tribe and tone of today, and that flows from I wonder if y'all can hear my husband. That flows from astrodreamadvisor.com. That's where I get that information from, and so I will read from that, and hopefully, if you want to read along, that link is in the description box below, and it's part of the wave spell. So without further ado, we're going to talk about kind of the breakdown of how the timing of this calendar works. And so don't laugh at me. I mean, I'm laughing at me, so I guess you can laugh with me, but don't laugh at me because I just put it together that okay, so it's like a red self-existing, and I think I have put it together before, but I was just like reminded that, so it's a red self-existing moon year. So that's like the top level, like umbrella of the time, the flow of time that we're like creating out of currently. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, I was like, because today is a self-existing tone of creation, and actually another self-existing tone individual. If you're watching today, hello, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm excited that you're watching these videos, and I do hope you're getting value from them. I hope you're all getting value, but a viewer reached out to me and shared that they're a red self-existing serpent. And so that was sort of the connecting piece of where this red self-existing serpent reached out to me today on a white self-existing mirror day, and it's a red self-existing moon year. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, I was like, oh my goodness, so does that mean that next year is going to be the next tone? So this is a tone 4 year, the self-existing year. So tone 5 is overtone. And so I went, because again, it cycles, And I looked at the last day of the year, which is a yellow electric human. So then I was like, yellow electric human. So last year was a yellow electric seed year. This year is a red self-existing moon year. And so that flows. So then I was like, wait a minute. Yellow electric human, that would make the next tone lunar or self-existing, but that's what we're in this year. And we went from electric to self, and I was like, oh yeah, there's this day out of time that happens. So the yellow electric human is the last day of this calendar, and then the day out of time is going to be, and I just did this, red self-existing Skywalker. So that's going to be the day out of time. And then next year is the white overtone wizard. So I'm really excited because next year is my tribe, not my tone, but it's my tribe. So that's kind of cool. But what I was like, so wait a second. So we're also, as we go through these wave spells throughout the, like going through all the tones of creation every 13 days, and we go through the 28-day lunar cycle going through all the tones of creation, we also go through annual cycles of each tone of creation. And I just thought that was really cool. That again, maybe I've put that together before, but I had this, revisitation. I felt like it was a brand new aha moment for me, but honestly, I forget things all the time. So maybe I've had that aha moment before. I don't know. I'm old, y'all. Bear with me. I'm not really. I mean, I am, but I'm not, because what is time, right? Like I'm at the level that I'm at in life, but I really do I will learn things and then I'll kind of not forget that I've learned them, but temporarily be like, oh yeah, I do remember that, but I space it out. Do y'all do that at all? Anyway, so yeah, so red self-existing moon is the year that we're in, and so that's the tonal quality of this entire year. So this entire year is infused with that self-existing tone, and those qualities or energetics, so to speak, these code keys that go along with self-existing tone are define, measure, and form. So those tones are amplified today because it is a self-existing day today. So we have define, measure, and form really being amplified as we flow through today, this white self-existing mirror day. But we are also flowing through the entire year of the red moon tribe. And those qualities, energetics, code keys, the keywords here are purifies, universal water, and flow. So those things are really being the thread is being spun throughout this entire year. The energetics, the consciousness, the ideas, the associations with, and the code keys, they're being coded into us. These notions of purifies, universal water, flow, define, measure, and form. So we're going to dive into self-existing a little bit deeper today. So that's cool. Keep, again, kind of in the back of your head that tonal quality is flowing throughout our entire year also. Okay, so that's the year, right? Then we have the 28-day lunar cycle that we also cycle through all 13 tones of creation. We just we turned the page yesterday into the resonant moon of attunement. Those code keys are channel, inspire, and attunement, and we'll flow through the next 27 days. I believe it goes until the February 6th. Sorry about that. February 6th. And then we're also on the 4th day of the Blue Eagle wave spell. And the code keys and energetics and qualities of the Blue Eagle are, where'd you go? Creates, vision, and mind. Not to forget that we're traveling through the, let's see, which one's the 65-day season, the red Eastern Serpent season of instinct. So we're really flowing through and have this really beautiful opportunity to connect with and learn from our primal self and even like our primal needs. Like, what do we really need to feel safe and grounded and secure within our tribe, so to speak, like within the world that we live in, even within like your own body? What do you need on a primal level to feel safe and supported and secure and like you belong? We're almost flowing out of that red Eastern Serpent season of instinct. So as we kind of like move out of that energy, let's see if I can find where it flips. I would invite you to really like dive into and learn more about like what you really need to feel safe and secure within your own body. I mean, give yourself the opportunity to start giving yourself those things, or advocating for them from others, especially like setting boundaries and stuff, right? So the next one is the White Northern Dog Season of Heart. And that's when we dive into our emotional, our mammalian self. I don't know why that word is so hard for me to say. And that happens on, oh, I just saw it. January 23rd. And then we have a 52-day castle. So the castle that we are flowing through is the green central castle of enchantment. And that wraps up on February 2nd. So on February 3rd, we flow into the red eastern castle of turning. I should look up more information about those two. I don't, again, the castles and the seasons, there's not a ton of information in the calendar about. So maybe when we get closer to those days, I'll dig deeper for us all so we can learn a little bit more about what those mean. Yeah. So that brings us to today, the White Self-Existing Mirror Day. So I'm going to read about the the tribe of the white mirror. So here is the glyph for the white mirror, the reflective qualities of the mirror, the directional code key of the white tribe. So this would be me as well, even though I'm not a mirror. I am a wizard. I'm part of the white tribes. White is the directional quality of white is to the north, according to the Mayan Galactic Calendar. And the code key is refines. So if you remember from yesterday, we initiated. Red is the color of the initiate, or red is associated with the eastern direction, which is associated with ripening. White is associated with the northern direction, and it is associated with refining. So we initiated something yesterday, or even maybe a couple cycles ago, and today is an opportunity to refine all of those things that we've initiated. And again, I encourage you as we begin to flow through this is to really start to get more conscious and intentionally aware of the things that we want to initiate and then refine. And then through the blue and yellow days, we transform and ripen. Did I say ripen for red? I meant initiates. I'm so sorry. Y'all, if you're going to listen to me, you have to be very forgiving and give me grace. Because again, I've been very upfront and honest. I am learning right along with you. I am certainly not the expert. And I would love it if you would share things that you know. I know that the red self-existing serpent that reached out to me, they studied the Mayan calendar a while ago. At least that's what they said. So I'd love it if you would share anything that you've learned. That's how community is built, right? Like we are all students and we are all teachers. We are all cycling through, this creative aspect of time, seeking to just learn and do the very best that we can. So something yesterday initiated. Today we're refining the code keys for the white mirror. The characteristics, the qualities, the top 3 that we really want to focus on today are reflex, endlessness, and order. The quote is from Anais Nin. She's an author. I love Anais Nin. Quote, well, it's also one of my favorite quotes. We don't see things as they are. we see things as we are. So again, that's about that like reflective quality. When you come across people and instances, like things that happen to you, whether it's a situation or with a person or whatever, like it is reflecting back to you what already exists within you. We are incapable of having a perception outside of ourselves. I shouldn't say incapable. I think that we are capable. However, you have to be super conscious and aware of like stepping outside and really seeking to put yourself into a different perception, right? In order to be able to get that like wider perspective. So we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. And if you really want like a mind meld, I want to say the F word, but whatever. I do try to keep it. I will cuss on here just so y'all know. I'm sure you've heard me cuss already, but yeah, just something that really messes with your mind, right? Or me, like an idea that I had where I was like, what was this idea? So I'm going to grab this. I think it's aventurine. It's this crystal that I have sitting here. This cool aventurine crystal, right? So I think unless you're colorblind, the vast majority of us will agree that this is green, right? It has a greenish, kind of a milky green. There's some white in there too, right? But it's mostly green. I mean, I could pick any one of these colors, but we're going to go with this green, right? And so the like mind-blowing idea that I had, I don't even remember where the thought or the idea came from. Like I was just like thinking about something. I was like, whoa, where it was. Okay, so this is green. Like we all agree this is green. But what if my green is your blue? So when someone, held up this rock and said, this is a green rock, and you were like, oh, okay, that's green. You associated what you saw with green, right? So every time you saw this color, that was green. But what if what you're actually seeing is my blue? Does that make sense? Like, so when someone holds up something blue and says, this is blue, maybe you see my color here. Does that make sense? And it just really messed with me to be like, oh my goodness, like, because we learn things by people, like that's really how we learn, right? Like your mom or your dad pointed at something and said, tree. And you're like, oh, tree. But does your tree look like my tree? I don't know, right? Because we saw what they were pointing to, but we might not have seen it the way they see it. We saw it the way we see it, and we just associated what we saw, labeled tree as a tree, even though maybe to us it doesn't look like what it looked like to our mom and dad. That's essentially what I'm saying. So again, yes, I know that's where my brain goes. It's like, wow, like I really don't think we see things the same. We just agree upon what it's called, but maybe we interpret it differently. All right, so we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. And that's really, honestly, it's a really great overarching quote for the white mirror. That reflection of what we are into the world. And oftentimes we project ourselves onto others. And I believe one of our challenges is to do the work so that we really cease doing that, where we can just accept and understand, okay, like you're not me and I'm not you. I don't want you to think like me, but I do want to understand you because you seem like I vibe with your energetics. Like I vibe with you. So let me seek to gain a deeper understanding, and maybe it will also help me to understand myself and life and things around me better and deeper, right? Like that's the level I want to get to, is where we are just very open and accepting to, yeah, you don't have to be like me. Like I'm okay with thinking and believing and behaving differently. Yeah, buddy. As human beings, we hold many perceptions about ourselves, others, and the world around us. While it appears these viewpoints are founded on evidence and experience. Hey, can you give me just a few minutes? Absolutely. Are you okay? Okay.
So yeah, me and Canyon.
Hey, I'm doing a live. Okay. And while it appears these viewpoints are founded on evidence and experience, all perceptions are actually reflecting the climate and contents of our own psyche. As Jungian scholar Paul Levy shares, quote, "The universe is a divine ink blot. We are the source of meaning of this ink blot. The universe is very malleable, and the way that we interpret this universe has a creative potency on how this universe manifests," end quote. We really are powerful. In recognition that all perspectives are relative to the orientation of the viewer, right? Green. White mirror allows all points of view their validity. Even in the face of seeming oppositions or contradicting beliefs, mirror understands all opinions to be subjectively true. Knowing within this holographic universe, there are no fixed absolutes. In essence, it is the endless diversity of reflections which composes the mysterious order of the whole, the many facets of the one, which is what we are. We are the many facets of the one true heart, that one source that we all spring forth from. White mirror invites us delve into the source of reflection and polish the mirror of our mind that we may see from the deepest clarity we are capable of. In this way, all occurrence. Hey, boys, can you please stop? Thank you.
My bad.
In this way, all occurrences in our lives can be used to see ourselves more clearly, right? Like every time we have an interaction with someone and we think that they're doing something that is for our benefit, that we can dive in and unpack to understand ourselves on a deeper level, because the more we understand ourselves, the better able we're going to be to understand one another. You're welcome, baby. I hope you're okay. Sorry, my son cut himself while he was playing outside, I guess, or scraped himself. I don't know. So thank you for allowing him to come in and clean out his wound. Okay. All right, I'm going to read this again because I think it's pretty powerful. I think it's pretty potent medicine for us to begin to understand. In this way, all occurrences in our lives can be used to see ourselves more clearly. And I would say see and understand ourselves more clearly as an ongoing meditation of self-reflection. Ultimately, as we walk through the reflections, we can enter into the gateway reality, the truth beyond the hall of mirrors, into the divine order which pervades all. The ending quote from Rumi, another one of my favorites. Quote, "We are the mirror as well as the face in it. We are tasting the taste this minute of eternity. We are pain and what cures pain. We are the sweet, cold water and the jar that pours." That was from Rumi. Talk about a smart man. All right. Now we're going to flow into the tone 4 because it's the white self-existing mirror today. So that's what self-existing tone is being amplified through the red self-existing moon that we're flowing through. And for my red self-existing serpent, it will be amplified even more for you because you are a part of the self-existing tone of creation. All right, so those keywords again are define, measure, and form. The quote comes from the book The Mayan Factor by Jose Argüelles. Quote, "It is only through the operation of measure as wholeness and order that any manifestation can occur as a coherent organism. Measure, the form-giving principle of energy, is represented by the number 4." End quote. 4 directions, 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 limbs, 4 chambers of the human heart, 4 sides to the tetrahedron. 4 delivers structure into the 3rd dimension. 4 offers double stability. We're also getting that double stability of the self-existing tone today through the doubling up of the year and the day also. So that's kind of cool. So again, we're being offered this double stability, this amplification. It provides a uniform foundation which nature's order builds upon. Tone 4 represents the essential role of definition in shaping our lives. When supported with accurate information, clarity is formed and direction is revealed. Without verified facts, life may be clouded or disoriented. Plans are weakened when based in speculation or hearsay. Therefore, tone 4 prompts us to ask questions like what, where, when, why, and how. Define specifics. Assess the situation. Unveil the designs. Determine the parameters. Measure possible scenarios. Scheme and dream the structure you seek. The wisdom of tone 4 assists our development by observing that when recipes for creation are recorded, others can then replicate and build upon our evaluation, discernment, and formulation. Let us remember that our everyday definitions construct our everyday perceptions, which ultimately shapes our world. By functioning as an open system, we are capable of restructuring our perspectives in order to transform our reality. Super cool. So that is the tone 4, self-existing tone. Those are the energetics that are amplified today. Super cool. That 4 creating double stability for all of us, especially today. Oh yeah, I just opened up my phone so that I can read the daily affirmation for white self-existing mirror, and remember, it reminded me that we are in the we're closing out the 1-1 portal. So January 1st, every single year, a 1-1 portal opens up. And again, anything with energy, there's always like this, there's flow, right? So you have it a little bit, like it's not like it just stops. So like there was a little bit of energy that began to like leak through prior to the 1-1 portal. And then the 1-1 portal started to open today on 1/11, January 11th, that portal is beginning to close. So we've had this 1-1 portal of energy. One is all about sacred masculine. It is priorities. It's leadership. It's really, like getting crystal clear about the action that you want to take and the resources that you have at your disposal, just aligning with more like rational, logical, physical oriented, those aspects of life. And again, so the energetics of that number 1, that very like leader quality energy. And I invite you to be the leader of your own life, really. That and those energetics are kind of flowing out. So just a little reminder for y'all, and maybe you didn't know that. Now you do. So the daily affirmation for the white self-existing wizard day that we have today, and I put that in the description box below as well if you'd like to look at it and read along with me. I define in order to reflect. Measuring order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of timelessness. I'm going to read it again. I define in order to reflect. Measuring order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the self-existing tone of form. I am guided by the power of timelessness. So that is our affirmation for today. And then again, I'm going to the Astro Dream Advisor. I put the link to the Blue Eagle Wave spell, like all the breakdown as we flow through it for the next several days. There are questions that are tied to each day. Day 4's question is, what form will my spiritual journey take? So again, there's that define, measure, form. So what form is my spiritual journey? Will my spiritual journey take? All right. I'm going to read on a deeper level the qualities of white mirror. Reflecting others back to themselves. Endlessness. Shattering truth. Clarifier. Spiritual warriorship. Discrimination. Timelessness. Clarity. Hall of mirrors. Sword of truth. Facing shadow and integration of paradox. White mirror represents the hall of mirrors, where you can face your own reflection and see the truth about yourself. As a mirror, white mirror merely reflects what is, whether true, beauty, or illusion. Here you can face unfinished business, the dissonance of difficulties, or charged issues that would keep you from the full expression of your divinity. Become aware of any illusions or distortions within yourself. Your clarity of perception will transform them. Take a moment to see yourself as you actually are, shadow and all, freed from the maze of mental illusion. You are being given the gift of insight. Use the world and other people as mirrors for your discovery process. Experiment with letting go or taking on the other's viewpoint. Step into the other side of the mirror. Use the sword of discernment to cut away judgment of self and others. In the hall of mirrors, there is no good or bad, no right or wrong. There is only the reflection of what is. As you learn to see yourself, your true, authentic self, all parts, you begin to see your emotional reactions as signs indicating where to focus your awareness for growth. White mirror can represent either the trap in the hall of mirrors or the key that turns the mirror into windows. In using white mirror as the key, you can discover the gifts of integration within your shadows, the aspects of self that you consider weaknesses, flaws, and problems are actually allies. Through your desire to be whole, a bright spotlight shines on the very areas that you usually try to hide. If these shadow places are worked with, transformed, and honored, the illusion of mirrors is transmuted into windows. Then you can walk through the mirror into the greater reality. I really love that. We're all on a journey, right? We're all seeking to learn from those reflections that are being reflected back to us and recognize that we are also mirrors for others too, right? Just like it said, like we reflect back to others themselves also. So everything is energy, right? Like we are all on this energetic journey through what this wonderful, magical, mysterious world that we find ourselves in, right? And the more that we can tap into and tune into our co-creative power, that's when we really start to, like, I guess, create magic on purpose. That's what I'm seeking to do anyway, and really stay focused on like all of the things that I want to bring to the world. And I really want to stop focusing on the things that I don't want. And it's hard. I'm not there yet. Please do not misunderstand me. I am not there. I slip back into old patterns. I focus on the things in the 3D, just like everybody else. However, I am beginning to really like love and appreciate that about me. Like I recognize and I'm becoming more and more aware of the fact that I am three-dimensional. I am a part of this world, and I have a part to play within this world. And I'm beginning to really like unpack what that means for me. And I'm on a journey, and make no mistake, I'm making tons of mistakes. But it's okay to make mistakes. Color outside the lines, y'all. Way out. Color way outside of the lines. But let other people do the same. Even if they're stuck just scribbling on the same dot, just love them anyway. It's okay. No one else needs to accept you. No one. Let me repeat that. No one else needs to accept you. No one. Nope. Because I promise you, when the one person who needs to accept you accepts you, which is you, you're not going to need acceptance anymore. The only work that we each individually have to do is to truly love, accept, trust, forgive ourselves. And when we can stand in that space strongly, confidently, we're not going to need anyone else's acceptance. And the crazy cool part about that is that's when we're really going to begin to feel like we're gaining people's acceptance, not because they accept us. That's the weird part. They whether they do or they don't is irrelevant because you do. So you stop needing their acceptance. But you also start believing that they are accepting of you because you're accepting of you, which goes back to what Anais Nin said. We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So if you think people don't accept you, where are you not accepting of you? And what part of you do they trigger? Because likely that's the part that you need to accept. This is the type of stuff that I dive deeper into to allow us space to like flow in. I am a firm believer that we are self-healers and we need the space and the energetic support to be able to do that. And I do that within my harmonic vibrational attunement ensemble. There's a link to it in the description. Every Tune In Tuesday, I come in and I live and I share life force healing energy along with messages, energetics, and guided meditation, all for us to have and hold that space for healing. But then I also send that life force energy to you every single day, no matter where you are in the world at 9 o'clock in the morning. When your watch says 9 o'clock, you receive that little shower of life force energy specifically and intentionally coded for you, beautiful love light, your blueprint, what you need right in that moment for your highest benefit so that you can perform at optimum levels emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, energetically, all of the things. So then you continue to perform optimally as time marches forward, because again, you're receiving that energetic shower every single day. And then we take an energetic bath together on Tuesdays. I call it Tune In Tuesday. Tune in to your heart and allow those energetics to purge, detoxify, purify your energetics. If that sounds like something that you feel you would benefit from receiving every single day, please join me in the harmonic.us and please share it with others. This channel, if you like this, hit the thumbs up. If you want to get notified when I'm going live, hit the subscribe button and the bell, and it will alert you when I've gone live. Again, I'm going to come in here as often as I have the time and availability and the inspiration to do so. I really hope that I can carve out some time and space to jump in here tomorrow, because y'all, tomorrow's a galactic activation portal day, and we have not dove into one of those together, I don't think. So I'm really excited to unpack and explore that with you. So hopefully we will see each other tomorrow. But if not, it just wasn't meant to be. Anyway, as I always say, time is our most precious gift that we can give to one another. And so I hope that you, if you're still here, likely value and treasure the time that I am putting into these videos. And I also so deeply appreciate the fact that you have sat here and listened, and any of the videos that you've watched. And I need to learn how to pay attention more to what's going on in my YouTube because I don't do email very well, but I got to get better. I want this community to grow and flourish. I want to participate. I want to get better. I want to learn all the things. So I'm here. I'm here to support you. I'm here for you. I'm in your corner. I'm a cheerleader for you and what you want to manifest in the world and all of the healing that you need to do. And I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. You can. I know it was not that long ago that I really felt like, oh my gosh, this is impossible. And the only thing that you have to do is just to get consistent, to stick with it. And so that's part of what being a part of the harmonic vibrational attunement ensemble is all about, is just getting in the habit of staying in the mindset of, this is where I'm going, focusing on what you want, not worrying about what you don't have yet or what you don't want. That's not the space or the energy that is beneficial to any of us. And so the space that I'm carving out is a space where we can stay in that higher vibrational energy and really stay focused on the things that we want to create. So again, that sounds like something that resonates with you. Please come on over to the harmonic.us, which is free, or the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble, which is a subscription, but it's going to be such a cool online sacred medicine space. And I would love for you to join me there. Anyway, thank you so much for gifting me your time today. I do not take that lightly. I'm so very grateful and appreciative that you come in here and you listen to me. Truly, that just means the world to me. No matter when you find this video, whenever you watch it, I'm very grateful and thankful that you are in this world and coexisting with me, beautiful love light. We are here to change the world, one love light at a time. So until we meet again, beautiful love light, please go shine that beautiful love light. I love you so much. Have a great day. Bye.